doing today? Hope you're all doing fine. I'm sure we are all doing fine in our respective homes. And I'm glad to teach us today. I'm so glad to teach us today. In our previous class in national values, we talked about the security agencies, that is the law enforcement agencies in Nigeria. Alright, the law enforcement agencies in Nigeria, they make sure that our lives and properties are always safe, and they punish those that break the law. And when you're up to 18, you are going to face the law as it is. Anybody that steals will go to jail. Anybody that kills will go to jail. All right, so we talked about a lot of things. We said that the legislative arm of government are those that the arm of government that make the law. The legislative arm of government is the arm of government that makes the law. All right, we talked about a whole lot of things. I'm sure we remember that. All right, today we'll be talking about the food poisoning. Have you ever eaten a food, and when you're done eating, probably food that was bought from a buka or from a restaurant, and then you start feeling some kind of discomfort. You start feeling some kind of discomfort around your stomach. You start feeling like you just start feeling like vomiting, or you start feeling feverish or weakness or headache. That food must have been probably poisoned. Yes, it's not just someone carrying poison and sprinkle on top of the food that will make the food poison. There are some preparations, some ways you will prepare food and it will be poison. That's what we'll see today. All right, so listen, and I promise you it's going to be a fun class. What is food poisoning? Food poisoning is an illness caused by harmful germs that get into our food. Yes, it is caused by harmful germs that get into our food, or it is an illness caused by contaminated food or water. Yes, food poisoning is an illness caused by harmful germs that get into our food or contaminated food or water. Okay, when food is not washed properly or prepared in a clean environment, when our food, what we put into our mouth, you know what, whatever you put into your mouth makes you healthy. But imagine you put an unhealthy substance into your mouth, it's going to make you unhealthy. All right, so when food is not washed properly or prepared in a clean environment, germs will definitely find their way into the food, and this can cause a person to fall sick. Yes, this can cause a person to fall sick. Okay, food poisoning can also be caused by cooking with water that is not clean. Yes, that is why we should always constantly consume things that will not make us fall ill. Because if you consume things that have been prepared with contaminated food or water, you probably get food poisoning. All right, so let us look at the second point. Ways food can be contaminated. There are so many ways that our food can be contaminated. The first way is unwashed hands before handling or eating food. Unwashed hands. If you don't properly, that's why when we are done playing or we are done doing our activities, it is very much advised that you should wash your hands before you pick up something you want to put into your mouth. Because unwashed hands before handling or eating your food will cause food poisoning. That's the first point. The second thing that can cause this contaminated or our food to be poisoned to us. Alright, the second one is unwashed raw fruits. Mommy will buy fruits for us from the market. Instead of you to go to the kitchen, wash the fruits with water and maybe salt, you just pick it up for the nylon. Thank you, mommy. You start eating, you start consuming it. That is wrong. That will cause food poisoning. Alright, so unwashed raw fruits or even vegetables, unwashed raw fruits or vegetables, when you're going to consume your vegetables, you have to thoroughly wash them with salt and enough water. Alright, you don't know where these fruits or vegetables are coming from. From the person that probably bought it from the market will not handle it well. It will fall by the gutter, it will fall by this place, it will fall by the other place, and then innocent Chinedu will pick it up and throw it into his mouth without washing it. Alright, so unwashed raw fruits and vegetable can cause food contamination or food poisoning. The next one is dirty plates. I'm sure the pupils in my class do not use dirty plates. You wash your plates properly with your soap and water. You rinse them again and again before you use them. Because if you use a dirty plate to eat your food, you have contaminated your food. Alright? Alright, so that is it. Unwash hands before handling or eating your food. Unwash raw fruits and vegetables. Dirty plates. And then expired food seasoning. Yes, the market people these days, they don't even care if the food is expired or if it's not expired. Alright, whether it is spoiled or is good, they just want to sell their market and move on to the next thing. So whenever you're purchasing, you or your parents, you could advise them, whenever they are purchasing anything that will enter my mouth, mommy, please check the expiry date. Make sure it is good for consumption. It is good for my consumption. It is good for my siblings' consumption, so that we will not get food poisoning. The next one is dirty environment. Dirty what? Environment. When the food is prepared with the very big meats, very big chicken, very mighty, beautiful, digestible, everything in the food, and the food looks attractive, but the place the food is being prepared, it's a dirty environment. Oh, that food is definitely contaminated, because there will be a lot of flies, a lot of everything roaming about the place, perching from here and there, contaminating our food. Alright, so dirty environment will contribute to food poisoning or food contamination. Alright, for those that just love, oh, I want to go to this place to eat my food. Have you checked if the place they are making this food from is a good environment? It's a very good environment for you to even consume from. Alright, so we should eat healthy meals so that we will not get food poisoning. Alright, so let us see the symptoms of food poisonings. The symptoms, the sign, what you feel in your body and you say, oh, I have consumed a food that has been contaminated, or I feel this kind of way and I think I've taken food that is contaminated. Alright, the first sign is vomiting. Alright, in no order, right? Vomiting, diarrhea. Diarrhea means watery. The person will be passing out watery stool. Alright, the person goes to the toilet 101 times and the person is just stooling, and the person just gets so tired. Alright, nausea. What does nausea mean? Nausea means an urge to vomit. The person will want to, oh, I want to drop. Miracle say, I want to drop. Alright, so that is a symptom or a sign of food poisoning. Another one is loss of appetite. You don't just feel like eating. I don't want to eat. You don't just feel like eating. That is a sign or a symptom of food poisoning. Alright? All of these symptoms might be related to something else. But if you have 1, 2, 3 of these symptoms we are listening, that means you are definitely, your food has been poisoned and it is not good for you. That is when you need to consult your doctors immediately, because food poisoning causes death. Yes, the person that will be stooling, the person will just get so tired. The person doesn't have water in the body again. It doesn't have strength in the body again. What will happen? The person will be so weak, can't do anything. The person doesn't even feel hungry. Okay, so that can lead to death. Alright, we have fever, we have weakness of the body, and we also have headache. The symptoms of food poisoning are vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, loss of appetite, fever, weakness, and headache. These are the symptoms of food poisoning. The symptoms of what? Food poisoning. Alright? When a person begins to feel nauseous, vomit, or has diarrhea after eating a food or drink that has harmful germs in it, these may be a sign of food poisoning. Alright? Poisoning. Other signs of food poisoning include what? Stomach pain. Person will start having, complaining, my stomach is aching me. Mommy, my stomach is aching me. This will be a result or a sign of food poisoning. Alright? So, it is good to eat good food. Alright? And it is also very important to be sure that whatever you're putting into your mouth is safe for your body, so that you will not have food poisoning. Alright? We've come to the end of today's class. I'm sure we learned a lot from today's class. I also learned a lot from today's class. I learned that I should always be careful of what I put in my mouth, so that I will stay healthy and strong. Alright? So, our assignment today would be find out how to prevent food poisoning. 3 ways of preventing food, just give me 3. 3 ways of preventing food poisoning. Do your research. Make your notes and submit it on Tuesday morning. Alright? I'll see you guys in class tomorrow. I'll see you guys again here for our online class. Have a great time, guys.